discount the immigration. People cared about it. But I'm going to be a guy who discounts the immigration. It never affected you. Mm-hmm. Maybe in the South Texas, there seemed like there was chaos. But you voted for a guy who only had chaos before. Mm-hmm. You voted against chaos because you wanted change, but you knew this other guy had chaos. And all we've had for 18 months is chaos because of this guy. So stop whining about immigration. Finally, this is what makes me mad. He sends out an AI thing where he's dressed as Jesus. And now it's, oh, Christians are upset. You weren't upset before, Christians?
Yeah.
You want to? He sent out a cartoon. He sent out a cartoon. That's why you're mad. Yeah. Let me. I got one more TikTok for you guys, huh?
All right.
Because I'm thinking these things and
Listen, as a Trump supporter, I can excuse constant lying, constant misinformation, poor business practice, mockery and degradation of immigrants, people of color, the disabled, women, children, trans people, political opponents, and even MAGA zone supporters. I can excuse failed campaign promises, mishandling of the U.S. economy, insider trading, stock market manipulation, tax increases, irrational behavior as a head of state, instigating international conflicts, bombing places and people with little to no reasoning, kidnapping foreign heads of state, starting a war, backing Israel in said war, backing Russia overall, abandoning U.S. allies.
oh no, I'm sorry,
Listen,
guys.
as a Trump supporter, I can excuse constant lying, constant misinformation, poor business practice, mockery and degradation of immigrants, people of color, the disabled, women, children, trans people, political opponents, and even MAGA zone supporters. I can excuse failed campaign promises, mishandling of the U.S. economy, insider trading, stock market manipulation, tax increases, irrational behavior as a head of state, instigating international conflicts, bombing places and people with little to no reasoning, kidnapping foreign heads of state, starting a war, backing Israel in said war, backing Russia overall, abandoning U.S. allies, pardoning criminals domestically and abroad, loosely using the term terrorist to justify horrific acts, senile behavior with an on and offline presence, sexual assault of women and children, being in the Epstein files, hiding the Epstein files, erasing the Epstein files, lying about the Epstein files, starting a war to prevent people from talking about the Epstein files, downplaying the severity of the Epstein files, talking about staying in office longer than allowed, violating and / ignoring checks and balances, and ordering his own personal military to target, shoot, and deport his own citizens. But I draw the line at depicting himself as Jesus Christ in an AI image.
Again,
That sums it up nicely.
So stop your whining about all that stuff. They never cared about this. I don't know if you guys know about Matthew 25:40. Assuredly, I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it to me. Quiz: who said that? Who are we quoting there?
Oh, Jesus Jones?
Close enough.
Okay.
I don't know his last name. Wasn't sure.
Go with Jesus.
So you would think that these so-called Christians would be like, well, the guy said that. That's what the guy said that I walk around and say. Mm-hmm. You know the guy?
Yeah. The guy
The guy that's hanging around, dying on my chain. That's what the guy said.
Dying on my chain.
Yeah.
So it's how you're supposed to be a Christian, supposedly. But no, that's all gone. That's all gone. It's all over. All this other stuff that he's done, they called him a Christian. They're not. I can't call these people Christians.
Yeah.
Christian nationalists is the only thing I can call them.
I get a couple of, because of my algorithm, I get a couple of these what do you call it? Deconstructing MAGA sites.
Oh,
Okay.
Is that what it's called when you're trying to
Get out.
yourself out of it?
Yeah.
And I went off on one of them because this white woman's going on about, oh, I'm sorry, and blah, blah, blah. And she has post after post after post. And in all of her apologies, she never addresses what it comes down to. The fact that the shit is seated in racism.
Right.
So I go off on the post and I go, you name all of this shit, but the thing that it starts in, like, you will not acknowledge that. And until you acknowledge that part, we can't take you seriously.
Yes.
She's like, and of course, it's just other white people on there. Oh, you're so strong and blah, blah, blah.
God.
Oh, and you're so courageous. And I'm like, fuck you.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody will say, you won't apologize for the real thing.
Yeah.
It's like you accepted the racism and you ended up with all this shit. That's why you're finally upset, is because what you wanted, the racism, has finally bled into this other shit that is now actually
Yes.
impacting you.
That's right.
So I'm like, fuck you. Welcome
Yeah.
to the back
Yeah.
of the bus, nigga.
Well, absolutely. You know, I had this thought. We were watching a movie. My wife was watching a movie last night about this 15-year-old whose mother dies of drugs in the rural area, and they hide the body so her and her sister don't get away. But they keep talking about how these drug problems in rural area, and because of everyone, but this is my reaction. I got to own it. I'm like, fuck those rural people. They didn't give a shit about any colored person or any person of color at all anywhere they ever had any drug problems or any problems at all.
Right.
Fuck them. And I thought, wait a minute, is that really one of? Am I going to let them?
Make
Do
you-
that?
Yeah.
So, here's the thing: the problems of poor people in rural America, and the problems of poor people in urban America, and the problems of poor people in suburban America, they're the same. They're all the goddamn same. And if you people would get rid of your racism and start thinking classism,
Yes.
and realize that there's a guy who's almost going to be Leon Musk is almost going to be a trillionaire. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the issue. I was going to say this about inflation too. They always talk about how to bring down inflation. Oh, it's not inflation. It's how much we're not making enough money. Inflation is growing more than we're making.
Mm-hmm.
The federal minimum wage hasn't been updated for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Give us all a raise, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That helps with it. I know they're going to say, oh, inflation, we're going to have more money to buy stuff. But no one looks at that. They just want to see on the news, inflation is up. And it's really hurting people that gas is up. They don't care.
They don't.
As long as it's hurting a black guy, it's they're happy.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
And back to your other point, as long as the CEOs and the board members are getting their pockets full,
That's right.
They don't care. And they don't care. They really don't care what color you are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They-
Up at the top, just give
Yeah.
me all the money.
But you keep falling for, dude. This just pisses me off.
Yeah.
The Latinos.
Yeah.
God,
They
the-
all voted for him, this guy.
The
and now they're getting
proximity to whiteness, and like to separate yourself from other, cultures of color.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want it so bad. He fucking told you to your face
Yeah.
what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And he did it, and there you are, still voting for him.
And let me tell you, as a middle-aged white guy, no, I'm not part of that club either. It's not a white thing where you're part of a club. Now you get some, like, I can walk down the street without being harassed. Okay, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
But that doesn't mean they're interested in making me rich.
No.
They're making themselves rich
Exactly.
Yeah.
and their little clique. And as long as people don't understand, I don't know what we do. Then you're going to have super liberals or super leftists. Well, Kamala Harris wouldn't have been that much better.
Yeah, they get him a fucking
The answer
nerves,
is
dude.
this: she would have been better. Would she have solved all the problems? No, but she would have been better.
Yeah.
We would have moved in the right direction.
But she's not a malignant narcissist
Right.
with all the cluster B personality disorders. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go to the news quiz.
You know what's funny? So much shit happens daily with him. I had completely forgot about the Dr. Jesus picture.
Yeah. Yeah. It is every day.
Every day.
Something new with that guy.
Okay, let's go into the news quiz and see how well we've been watching the news. And of course, it's changed over 24 hours.
Yeah. Now Boogie and I can't see it over here, so we'll just
Oh, I
have
wonder
to
why.
The
listen.
screen's on, but
The
we can't
screen's
see it.
on, but it's not on your
Okay.
screen.
So, who is suing the Atlantic magazine over its reporting that he is excessive drinker? I'm
Oh.
assuming that's Boogie, right? Oh no, I'm sorry. You would not sue them. That is accurate.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Cash Patel.
It's got to be Crash.
It is Cash Patel. It is. Oh wait, I gotta. How would you know if I did it right?
There we go. We got it right.
What were the other three options?
The other three. One was Mike Johnson. Let me try to do the monitor for you guys real quick.
What would have made me take a small pause is if Hexeth was in
Hexet
there.
was one
Oh.
of the choices, and then Stephen Miller.
Oh.
Okay. Number 2. Where did is it on there yet?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Where did former President Barack Obama and New York City Mayor Zoran Mandani meet for the first in-person summit?
I don't know.
I saw
What's-
they met. I didn't know where it was.
What are our choices?
They were at a child care center.
Oh,
Did you not
that's
see him
right.
singing?
Yeah, I did. Okay.
I didn't
I
see
thought
it.
it was asking like city.
Oh, okay.
Was it in New York?
Yeah, it was in New York.
Okay.
The duo sang Wheels on the Bus to a group of children and also discussed child care policies. Okay.
Nice.
Question 3. Which House member announced he has no plans to resign while under a House Ethics Committee investigation for sexual misconduct and or dating violence? Eric Swalwell, Tony Gonzalez, Doug LaMufia, or Corey Mills?
Corey Mills.
It's Corey Mills because the other guys actually resigned. Didn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nancy Mace of South Carolina has introduced a resolution calling for the immediate removal of Mills.
Can I just say, too, how proud of Democrats I am that they just absolutely obliterated Swalwell
Yes.
for his bullshit.
That's right.
It's like, we don't, that's
Yeah.
the difference. We don't get caught up in the
Exactly.
loyalty like they ate his ass up, as they should have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question 4. Which former congressman was fired as the CEO of Trump Media after the company dropped 67% in value? Sign notice.
Devin Nunes.
Devin Nunes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the only person that ever does anything on Truth Social is Trump.
Yeah. Right.
And once he's out of office, no one's going to even.
No.
It'll
yeah.
drop so much more than that.
Yeah.
The only people left there would be the Iranians to watch his negotiation because it's worked out so well. He's negotiating.
Negotiating through True Social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing good. 4 for 4. Question 5. As of this month, which vaccine is no longer required for members of the U.S. military? The flu, syphilis, tetanitis, polio. This
I
is
don't.
Pete Hexet. Said,
It's the flu.
It's got to be the flu, right?
I think it's polio, but let's go with the flu because I don't know for
I
sure.
don't know.
Yep, it's the flu. You guys are
Yay!
right. Yay! The mandatory COVID-19 vaccine requirements are rescinded in January 2023. So that's the news quiz. We got them all right.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Isn't that something else?
Yeah. Maybe we should never be able to see the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. Let's since we're a little short on time, let's get rocking into
Yeah.
Yeah.
No break.
some other things. I do have. Let's see here, we do have some listeners. We got Murphy saying good morning. As long as as long for the show. For anyone going through some stuff like 1990s of the planet, let's see what he has. A song. I'll have to play the song again. More technical difficulties.
Huh.
It's been a lot of fun. So thanks, Murph. We'll play that song.
What's up, Murph?
And then we got our friend Max who says, "Good job, Chris. You did the right thing by buying the booze."
Thank you, Max. I appreciate that.
Now, I did want to bring this up before we get into headlines and predictions because did you guys hear this new song by Charlie Puth?
I don't believe so.
You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
He sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl. Even
Oh.
you can see the quiz is going to be who's singing with him.
Well, look, it's like big.
Yeah, he's doing big.
Is
Yeah.
it Robert Loggia that sings
I
with him?
think that is just a video of background video. The song is the thing.
Oh, okay. Is it Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins?
It is, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe I got that.
You can hear that
Yeah.
those voices. I just find it interesting. I'm fascinated by this, that how all this generation really knows everything about music. So they go back to the superstars of 40 years ago and does a
Yeah.
song. Like we're talking about Michael Jackson. He didn't ask Cab Calloway to come. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's Michael Jackson and his new song with Al Jolson. You know, it's just
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You didn't see David Bowie and Kate Smith or
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is odd.
It's lovely music though. It's, you know, obviously very yacht rockish.
It is yacht rockish. I dig it. Yeah.
If I was Charlie Puth though, I would get rid of this video.
Yeah, the
It's really
video's
stupid.
getting a little monotonous, to be honest with you.
I watched-
Kenny and Michael sound good
Hey,
still.
he went and got 2 icons though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched, looking for something fun to watch. I watched a repeat on Netflix of Documentary Now.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
The Blue
show.
Jeans Committee.
Yes.
It was so funny. And of course, Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins individually are like, oh yeah, they were our inspiration. do you know what they were?
No.
So
haven't seen it.
Documentary Now was a series that it was Seth Meyers, Fred Armisen, and Bill Hader did, and every week they would
wow.
have a mockumentary, and this one was the Blue Jean Committee, and they had all this yacht rock California sound, but they really were just 2 tough guys from Chicago that love sausage, and the and the reason they broke up was they got booked on a animal rights concert, and people were saying meat is murder, and they got mad and fought each other.
I think you would really like documentary.
What
Now.
is that on? How have I
It's
never
on
heard of
Netflix
this?
now.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah.
Check that out.
And every week it was a different fake documentary, or every episode, but
Was each episode music based or just different stuff?
all different stuff.
And they were kind of all based on real documentaries.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You should check it out, Boogie. I would be interested in your
I am.
opinion on it.
And I think also documentaries are over.
What you think?
Yeah.
I do want to see this new one that came out about. It's called Sky King, about that kid that like jumped in an airplane, like a full size airplane, and I'm like, how did I not hear about this? And went for a joyride.
Yeah. They still make them, but they're usually murder based, and they're not.
Oh, we just watched a humdinger on Netflix about the fake prophet.
Oh yeah.
The LD
Was
the
that good?
FLDS. It was good, but horrifying.
Is that a series or just a one?
It's a 4-part
See?
series.
Oof,
Yeah.
that's rough, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's rough.
False prophet. I think that's what it's called.
Okay. All right. So we did it. We did it good.
We sure did.
We have. Why am I getting so many emails? My goodness.
You're popular.
So, you Boogie, you say you got to leave soon enough, but what is it you're doing? Oh, you're going to Gabe's game, right?
Yeah, Gabe Spring game.
That's awesome.
See, he's wearing the gear for the game.
Wearing my gear.
So you're saying, wow, we didn't even have a break, and we didn't go to the showbiz news. We didn't get you prepared for the next week. Oh, but we did, because headlines is predictions. That's all you need.
Yep, this is what you need, folks. This is where we take actual news stories and we write our own funny headline or punchlines to them. So,
I just want to say mine are just. Anyway, go ahead. You'll hear.
oh yeah, mine are terrible, as per usual. With the Iran war nearing 8 weeks, Donald Trump declined to offer a timeline for resolution, saying, "Don't rush me." Meanwhile, U.S. military officials are preparing contingency plans targeting Iran's capabilities in the Strait of Hormuz if a fragile ceasefire collapses. When pressed on timing, Trump said, "Look, give me a break. World War II was 4 years, Vietnam was 18 years, and the 100 Years' War lasted, well, a really long time." Paul?
That's a great joke.
It's so stupid.
Oh, we'll have to go back to the texter. He was more active than I thought he was. I'll have to go back to him. I apologize. Okay. Thanks, Chris. A fragile ceasefire in Lebanon has been extended 3 weeks following White House talks, according to Donald Trump. They're finally doing that. in news according to, which means it's probably not true. Okay. Despite the agreement, Israel and the Iran-backed group Hezbollah continues exchanging attacks. The ongoing conflict remains a major obstacle in the broader U.S.-Iranian peace negotiations. Officials say that while the extension offers temporary relief, continued violence underscores how unstable the situation remains and how difficult a lasting resolution may be, and that Trump thinks ceasefire is just NBC canceling your reality show.
Oh, God.
Chris?
Hey, thanks, Paul. The Justice Department's Inspector General is reviewing how the DOJ handled files related to Jeffrey Epstein. The probe will examine how materials were identified, collected, redacted, and withheld. The review comes amid ongoing controversy over the government's handling of Epstein's case. In what some consider to be a less than auspicious start, the Inspector General's first statement on the probe was released entirely redacted. Paul?
That's sad. Thanks, Chris. Meta Platforms plan to lay off 10% of its workforce, roughly 8,000 employees, while eliminating thousands of open roles. The move reflects ongoing tech industry cuts, partly driven by artificial intelligence investments. Meta has also ramped up spending on AI infrastructure, investing more than $72 billion this year. The layoffs highlight how companies are reshaping operations as they shift focus towards automation and emerging technologies. Using artificial intelligence is welcome for most users because Facebook currently offers no intelligence.
Oh.
Chris?
That was an insightful statement on the state of the
Facebook.
world today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. New research from the Huntsman Cancer Institute suggests multiple tattoo sessions may lower the risk of melanoma, the deadliest skin cancer. The study of 7,000 people found 2 or more tattoos linked to reduced risk, while a single tattoo may increase it. In an unrelated but similar study, people with tramp stamp tattoos were found to be 7 times more likely to contract gonorrhea. Paul?
Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
And finally, in Japan, office workers are trading deaths for high-speed races on roller chairs. What began in 2010 is now a nationwide sport, with teams competing in 2-hour endurance events across cities like Tokyo. Racers push themselves backwards while seated, covering up to 25 kilometers. Winners often earn rice or tuna, as the quirky competitions offers a break from the country's demanding work culture and daily routine. While many race losers have done the honorable thing and ritually stabbed themselves in the abdomen in order to publicly bleed to death. See, they used to do that.
Yeah, that's a
good.
good. It pulls
good.
in Japanese culture.
It's kind of racist, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like it.
So don't forget that part of it.
Don't forget the racist part of it.
Hey, guys, the texter's been, he's been saying things. I
Busy
thought he was
little bee.
offline, but
Wow, hell, he's been busy.
we're gonna get to it, and I'm excited by it. He asked, "What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in front of your door?" Matt.
Ah, I get it. It's a joke.
I remember my dad telling me that when I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
It's weird. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in a pile of leaves?
Russell.
Nah. Hey, man, you're making our jokes look bad. These are so funny. Because here's another one. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs in a pool?
Bob.
More name dropping. Hey, what do you call a guy with no arms and no legs that you hang on the wall?
Art.
Thanks, Chris.
What do you call a girl with one leg?
Eileen.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
These are good.
Donald Trump.
it's better than the racist abdomen joke.
Yes.
A listener from Bakersfield wants Chris tell of his trip to Mexico City.
We have
Go.
to do that at another time.
Okay.
We're almost out of time.
Dear Boogie Nights,
Here we go.
do you use herbicide in your lawn? Tell us about your favorite player drafted by the Chiefs this weekend. We need Gabe to tell us if they did good or not.
Yeah, we need Gabe for that. So apparently some rookie immediately went out and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on cars.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh.
He probably had the money from his college days.
He probably did.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
he may
That's
have.
a good point.
We saw Brett Veach at the race.
Oh, you did?
He looks like he's 12.
Yeah, he is a young-looking dude.
And I was told that also he used to play ball, college ball. There's just it doesn't make sense. He must have been at
He played with who was the old offensive coordinator that we just got rid of? Matt. Was it Matt?
Nagy.
Art.
Yeah, Matt. So Matt Nagy, Brett Veach, and my old boss from A Place for Mom all played college football together at Delaware, I think.
He's a little. Veach is a little guy,
Yeah.
and I was proud of the guy I was with. They call him the county general. He's very focused on what's important. He goes, "Aren't you getting ready for the draft?" Sunday before the third.
That's
That's
awesome.
right. So if he didn't do well, we know why. Usually, it's a comedian that has the guest rolling on the floor on the dinner.
Oh, that's a good line.
That's a good
Good
line.
line. Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about the correspondent dinner. The main take home of this situation is to take care of your teeth. Brush and floss regularly and see your dentist regularly.
That's good advice.
I don't even know what topic, but it covers everything.
Yeah.
Dear Paul.
Oh,
finally,
that's you.
Finally, I get
Yeah.
some. Can you regale us with the tale of your favorite time spent with your brothers fishing at Potter's Lake? I'd love to, but have to do it another time.
Yeah. Oh, we're almost out of time.
Yeah, we're almost out of time.
Okay.
Chris said, "Cut the cheese,"
I did say cut and cheese in the same sentence.
which is like means farting.
Yeah.
It seems the fundamental principle of conservatives was fiscal responsibility. He spends money with no accountability. I heard if you took all the money they've spent on the Iran war so far, you could have paid off everyone's student debt and given free college to kids that are in there now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
But because of that war, we can't afford health care or child care, so buck up, people.
Yeah. Croatians are not happy about his mockery of the Pope.
Oh, yeah. In addition to the Jesus
Forgot about
thing, he's
that.
fighting
Yeah.
the Pope.
You know what? I think even atheists aren't happy with it.
Yeah.
Even if they don't. If
I've
they're-
seen a lot of like self-proclaimed atheists like, dude, that's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's
We side with the
it's so
Pope on this.
It's so hypocritical. It's like, wow, the Pope is the Pope is talking about peace. How dare he?
Yeah.
That's what they talk about.
Well,
We're
who-
supposed to talk
Who
about.
beefs with the Pope?
Well, if he were a little tougher on crime, then
Yeah.
maybe Trump wouldn't have a problem.
That's a
with
good
him.
point. And the price of gas.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Travel. If you just 10% of the maggots would travel abroad, they would realize the world does not spin around them and their views, and they would influence their non-traveling maggots and would move past the scrap. They can't because they're dirt poor. They can't travel because they've sucked into this.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be happy that black guy can't get a job even though they can't get a job.
Yeah.
And then mad that they can't get that the black guy gets any public assistance even though they can't.
Yeah. And I've read a quote, something like, it's the people that have never left their hometown that have the most certain opinions about everything in the world.
Yeah. And then he finally says, "I've watched a documentary."
Oh, that's great.
Good.
Chris, what you got going on for next week?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us?
Okay, it's going to be a typical work week. I have started physical therapy for my shoulder that was bugging me, so I got to go do that 3 times a week, which I hate, but I do think it's actually helping out already. And yeah, that's that. I got nothing.
All right.
What about you, Boogie?
I got nothing either, man. Going to the game here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And just a regular old work week.
Now me, I got a big week. Going
Oh,
to see the
boy.
Michael Jackson movie today.
Nice.
Then on Thursday evening, I'm going to an event to promote Heritage Over Headlines. It's a movie, a documentary. We've been talking about that about Italians from Kansas City.
Oh.
It's going to be at Jasper's, and it's going to be a nice, lovely event. So
That sounds
that's
fun.
Thursday evening, you're invited to come.
Maybe I will.
You're invited to come too.
It's right over by your house.
Yeah, I'm like, it's 2 minutes away.
Yeah, it's 5:00.
It's right across
I'll
from,
send you some information.
from the bridge.
Yeah. uh-huh.
Yeah.
You could walk there.
Huh?
No,
Odds are you're going to be there anyway.
So
Yeah, send it to me, please.
Yeah.
Whitney and I were just saying, like, God, we've been over here forever and we have not been to Jasper's.
yeah, it's nice, and Jasper is hosting it. So
Oh.
he's a real good ambassador for not only Kansas City but Italian Americans in Kansas City.
Oh.
Okay.
Then big news on next Friday. The pool opens. Killed 4 frogs yesterday.
Nice.
You will murder a frog.
Yeah.
And went to bed and still heard one out there.
Oh boy.
Then we're going to go to. It's going to be May 1st, even though our anniversary is May 2nd, our 34th anniversary. But we're going to go Paropos.
Nice.
Then on May 2nd, we're going to the rodeo at the American Royal.
You do have a big
nice.
week.
Yeah.
You do have a big week.
So I haven't been to a rodeo in a long time.
Yeah.
It'd be now. I think I'm going to wear my cowboy boots, but I'm not going to wear my hat. I think a hat's just too much.
I think you
For a
should.
guy
I feel
who's-
like you should wear the hat.
You think so? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a cowboy hat, but why? I don't know why.
Go full J.R. Ewing.
Yeah.
on this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's my week, so I'm excited about that.
Pretty good week.
Okay, Chris.
All
I
right.
just picked a song that I thought would just kind of be a fun song to listen to.
Okay.
So take it away.
Yeah, hey everybody, thank you for listening to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie and introducing the texter, also sometimes featuring Brian. Hey, we know you love this show, so why don't you rate and review it on your favorite podcast distributor?
Yeah.
And if you so choose, you can be part of the experiment by calling or texting at 913-735-0060 or emailing at kctkradio@gmail.com. On behalf of Paul and Boogie and the texter and Brian, this is Chris saying goodbye.
And on behalf of Chris, this is Bob Welch with Sentimental Lady.
It's another one of those depressing 70s songs that I love so much.
You were just saying like there was a couple of songs that you ironically listened to this week.
Uh-huh.
This ironically came up, and I added it to my my yacht rock playlist.
Really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
So here's what I learned about this guy. He was with Fleetwood Mac,
Oh, really?
okay? And they recorded this song. And then he must have quit.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when they got Lindsay and what's the name of the girl?
Stevie.
Stevie.
Stevie Nicks.
So he recorded his own song again here. And also I learned
Oh, there's a lot of making out going
learned
on
that
here.
this guy's
yucky
a
making out, too.
this guy was
Creepy.
he was a complete egomaniac.
You can kind of tell just watching this.
He looks like a monk from Law and Order SVU.
Oh really?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, the comedian guy.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Belzer? Is that who you're...
I think
Yeah.
that's his
Richard
name.
Belzer.
Okay. I can see it with the sunglasses. God, the making out.
Yeah.
In his
70s makeout.
Creepy makeout
Yeah,
too.
we get it. You can make out with whoever that is. Linda Ronstadt? I don't know who that is.
She seemed pretty excited by it too. Or a hostage victim, one of the two.
Yeah.
Where's your microphone? Okay,
Oh,
good.
there you go.
Maybe this is like the back room of the Epstein Island. One of the.
And they're...
of course, he got two brothers in the back.
Yeah, oh boy. They don't look happy to be there.
Wait, I said two. There's,
Maybe
the other was a statue, I think.
he's like 70 skinny, too.
Chris,
Yeah.
see how the guy's balding?
Yeah.
Will you please grow your hair out like that?
Oh my God.
And then on the top be kind of super thin and then long on the side. That'd be so awesome.
What is she doing? Every once in a while,
What?
I think about growing my hair out like that.
My glasses that Chris said he liked, I wore they kind of look like this.
They do a little
Oh.
bit. They're very 70s old man.
All right.
And you wear it well, dude.
This has been a KCTK production, produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com.